Have you ever prayed for the same thing so many times that you started to wonder if God was even listening anymore? Not because you stopped believing, but because the silence stretched longer than you expected, and it got harder to keep bringing it back to Him. Jesus told a story specifically for people in that exact place, worn out but still praying. In Luke 18, Jesus tells His disciples a parable to show them that they should always pray and not give up. He describes a widow in a certain town who kept coming to a judge, asking him for justice against her adversary. This judge, Jesus says plainly, neither feared God nor cared what people thought. He wasn't moved by her situation. He wasn't interested in doing what was right simply because it was right. For a while, he refused her. Again and again, she came back. Again and again, he turned her away. But she didn't stop. She kept showing up, kept asking, kept refusing to accept silence as the final answer. Eventually, the judge said to himself, "Even though I don't fear God or care what people think, yet because this widow keeps bothering me, I will see that she gets justice, so that she won't eventually come and attack me." He didn't give in because he suddenly cared about her. He gave in because she refused to stop asking. Then Jesus makes the point of the whole story unmistakable. He says, "Listen to what the unjust judge says. And will not God bring about justice for His chosen ones who cry out to Him day and night? Will He keep putting them off? I tell you, He will see that they get justice, and quickly." If even a corrupt judge who didn't care eventually responded to persistence, how much more will a good, loving Father respond to His children who keep crying out to Him? The story ends with a quiet but piercing question from Jesus. However, when the Son of Man comes, will He find faith on the earth? A reminder that persistent prayer isn't just about getting an answer. It's an act of faith itself, a refusal to stop believing God is listening, even in the waiting. This parable isn't telling us that God is like the judge, reluctant, distant, needing to be worn down. It's the opposite. Jesus is making a "how much more" argument. If an unjust judge who doesn't care eventually responds to persistence, how much more will a Father who loves you respond to your prayers? The widow's power wasn't in her eloquence or her status. She had neither. Her power was simply that she refused to stop showing up. Maybe you've been praying for the same thing for months or years. Maybe it feels like nothing is changing, and some days it's tempting to just stop asking. This story isn't a promise that the answer will come exactly when or how you want it, but it is a reminder that persistence in prayer is never wasted, and God is not an unjust judge who has to be worn down. He's a Father who is already listening, even in the waiting. Don't stop praying, not because persistence forces God's hand, but because prayer itself is where your faith stays alive while you wait. If you've been praying for something and you're tempted to stop, let this story be your reminder today. Don't give up. Keep bringing it back to Him again and again, the same way the widow did. If there's something you've been praying about for a long time, leave a lift in the comments. I'd love to pray alongside you for it. Subscribe for more Bible lessons every Sunday, and I'll see you next week.